Hello, welcome back to Coasters and Places. So today's video is going to be all about aerodynamic mine trains. I'm going to rank all 13 of them that are currently operating in the United States from worst to best. But a general rule of thumb is all aero mine trains have some roughness to them. None are completely smooth, so some roughness is just generally to be expected, and also mine trains are meant to be more of a family coaster. They don't often pull the great thrills that us coaster enthusiasts have, but they still have their place in a park. They seem to be pretty reliable, not a super big maintenance headache, so that's why even though a lot of these are from the 60s and 70s, they're still hanging around. And again, they provide a much needed family coaster for a lot of these parks, and a lot of them do use the terrain to their advantage. But again, just note, even if I don't say, each one is rough. Some are rougher than others, but that's just the nature of these coasters, and all of them, for the most part, are pretty old as well. So just keep that in mind. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started ranking the aero mine trains. Number 13 is Canyon Blaster at the Great Escape in New York, so Six Flags Great Escape. So the stats on this thing, it's 56 feet tall, about 2,000 feet long, and it does reach a pretty impressive top speed of 45 miles per hour. However, this thing is the most painful mine train, I would say, in my opinion, to the point where it's like, yeah, I don't want to ride that again. This one also feels shorter as well. And to me, it looks like it doesn't have a lot of love. It doesn't look well taken care of like a lot of the mine trains are. And it does, you can see the rust on the track, and it just looks like it needs some love, basically, that Six Flags hasn't seemed to give this coaster. It does struggle with dead spots. The second half is superior, though, so it does have that redeeming quality for it, and the ending after the second lift hill has a pretty neat triple helix. Other than that, this is a pretty unremarkable mine train. Number 12, this is Trailblazer, located at Hershey Park. Hershey Park does have some really great coasters. This unfortunately just falls flat. It's very short. It's only 1,600 feet long. It is 43 feet tall, reaches 35 miles per hour. Now, this one is less rough than some, so that is a very redeeming part, and it's very nice how it goes through the trees. It's wooded setting. It does have a couple janky moments, and it just feels slow overall, and it's just boring. Like, it's just boring. It's not really entertaining, doesn't have a lot of redeeming qualities, so that's why I have it at number 12. Number 11, we're going down south for the Dahlonega Mine Train. And this one is 2,323 feet long, 36 feet tall. It only has a top speed of 29 miles per hour. So pretty slow in general. It does have some dead spots, and it's very janky, I would describe it as. However, I really think this mine train does have a good use of terrain. And I like the turnaround in the tunnel, and it has a good drop after the third lift hill in particular, but just really not that remarkable. Other than that, you can definitely note certain areas where it looks like it's rusty, needed some TLC, which it may have recently got that, but I haven't been on it in a while. But this was my experience the last time I was on it. I just think there's better mine trains out there. We're going to head north now to Cedar Point for the Cedar Creek Mine Ride. This is probably one of the mine trains that a lot of people have experienced. It is 49 feet tall, 2,539 feet long, and its top speed is just 31 miles an hour. But it does have a nice setting over the lake, and the length is pretty decent on this one. And it does actually throw in some good theming. Being back in Frontier Town section of Cedar Point, you get some good theming. It does, however, suffer from some rough and janky spots for sure. And I know this one, if you are tall in particular, you're going to hit your knees, and that's not going to feel great. However, the last helix in particular is pretty forceful. I do like that, and again, the nice setting over the lake does make up for it, but this one can just be rough. And a lot of people have said, hey, let's take this out of Cedar Point. This should be the next coaster removed. I don't know if it will be. I kind of think it won't be, but I get why people do say that about the Cedar Creek Mine Ride. Just, again, not the worst, but could be a lot better. And we are going back south for number 9. It's the Carolina Goldrusher, located at Carowinds. 43 feet tall, 2,398 feet long, and 30 miles per hour top speed are its stats. So the layout is better than some mine trains. It doesn't have a particularly bad layout, doesn't really suffer from many dead spots like some of the mine trains I have mentioned before do. And it's smoother than a lot of them. It in particular has 2 good drops in the second half. The tunnel is fun. And this also makes for a decent night ride. So if you're looking for a pretty good night ride at Carowinds, Carolina Goldrusher would be one of those. Overall, it's just fine. It's nothing spectacular, but it's not awful either. Probably just more of a middle of the road mine train, but again, I think there are better mine trains out there. Number 8, this one a lot of people may have not got to ride. This is Big Bad John down in Magic Springs in Arkansas. Stats: it is 43 feet tall, 37 miles an hour, 2,349 feet long. It does have more intensity than some mine trains, which to me is good. And it has a drop into the tunnel that provides some airtime, actually, because mine trains are not really known for airtime, but there is a spot on this one that does have airtime. It's not overly rough. It pulls some good laterals, and in general, it just has a pretty setting. It seems like this is pretty well maintained, and just honestly a good ride. Nothing really bad about it. And at number 7, we have the River King Mine Train at Six Flags St. Louis. 43 feet tall, 37 miles an hour, top speed about 2,500 feet long. First off, it has a pretty location. I love a coaster that has a great location, so you get some scenery while on it, especially if it's not like a thrill coaster, because then you have some time to look around at the scenery. It's pretty smooth for a mine train, has some good laterals, and the airtime dropping into the tunnel at the end is good. Again, this is one that has some airtime with it, which is not common for these aero mine trains, but this one pulls it, and the good final drop as well to end a pretty good ride, a pretty good mine train overall. No complaints with this one. I really like actually the River King Mine Train. Alright, at number 6, we're going to the West Coast for Goldrusher. It stands 69 feet tall, it's 2,592 feet long, reaches 35 miles an hour. It gives decent laterals, and the first drop and helix are particularly fun. And it actually has a strong pop of airtime as it enters the brakes, which again, not super common on these mine trains. It's very scenic, the setting on the mountain that it has. I really think it has one of the best settings of any aero mine train. And it actually gives a really nice night ride. So if you're at Magic Mountain looking for a good night ride, definitely consider Goldrusher. I think it would be a great pick for sure for a night ride. So yeah, overall, really good mine train. Now we are ready for our top 5 aero mine trains in the U.S. and we're going to start out number 5 with Runaway Mine Train in Six Flags over Texas. So this coaster is actually historic. It was the first ever Six Flags coaster, opened way back in 1966 over Texas. It's 2,398 feet long, 36 feet tall, top speed of 35 miles per hour. So it is actually the final moment of this ride that puts this ride at number 5 for me. The end of it has a final drop into an underwater tunnel. Great with airtime. Hands down the best part of the ride. It's phenomenal. I love that part, and just one of the best endings to any ride out there, honestly. And the Runaway Mine Train at Over Texas also makes a great night ride if you're there looking for a good night ride. For its age, I don't find it unbearably rough either, which is a positive for sure, but that's number 5 for me. Following close behind at number 4 is the Runaway Mine Train at Great Adventure. So this one is newer than the other one. It's 2,429 feet long, and it does have a top height of 60 feet and a top speed of 38 miles per hour. So the location overall is good, especially the final section near the pond. Really pretty scenic there. It has a good ejector airtime moment on the hill right before the final drop. So again, since airtime isn't super common with these type of coasters, you gotta love any bit that you do get. But in general, that is just a great pop of airtime just for any coaster. And I don't really find it that rough as some people say. Some people think this thing is super rough. Honestly, I don't find it to be that rough, but again, your opinion may be different than mine, and that's okay. It also has really good helixes, so it's just a well-rounded mine train coaster, and it does have some intensity with it, good airtime. I really like Runaway Mine Train, a great adventure. Alright, time for the top 3, and we're going to go head back to Texas with Roadrunner Express at Fiesta, Texas. So this thing is 72 feet tall, 2,402 feet long, top speed of 35 miles an hour. This is the newest aerodynamics mine train that has been built. So with that, it's going to be pretty smooth because it's from the 90s. So it hasn't really got that roughness that some of them do. But again, it's still a little rough, just normal mine train roughness. Has the pretty setting on the quarry walls, absolutely stunning. I in general just love the coasters at Fiesta Texas when they interact with the quarry wall. It has a good theming actually with the Roadrunner Express theme, and again, it's smooth, honestly, compared to a lot of mine trains and coasters in general. It feels intense, like you feel that intensity on the coaster, and it has a couple of very intense helixes as well. It's just overall really great mine train. This may actually be your personal favorite mine train, and I completely respect that. I think it is a really good contender, but I have 2 that I like better than this one. Number 2 is Adventure Express at Kings Island. This is also a newer mine train. It's 62 feet tall, 35 miles an hour, almost 3,000 feet long. So this one is known for having good theming, has some good laterals and a good sense of speed. It does go straight into the course from the station, so you don't have that big lift hill build up like you do with a lot of mine trains, which is pretty neat. It uses the terrain well, and it's also a good night ride like many of Kings Island's coasters are. So if you don't want to ride the Beast or Diamondback, check this one out for a good night ride. However, I couldn't put it at number 1, even though I really like Adventure Express, because it feels like there should be something more after that lift hill ending. Like you're going up this lift hill, and you got the theming and the statues inside that lift hill, and you're like, okay, what's coming after this? And then you're just go straight into the station. It feels like there should be something else after the lift hill. It just feels anticlimactic, basically. That is the one big downer I have on Adventure Express, is just that ending. Other than that, really, Adventure Express does have a couple rough spots, but I think it's a very good aero mine train. Definitely one of the best out there. Well themed, long ride, but yeah, just that ending makes it suffer. Number 1, I have to give it the Thunderation at Silver Dollar City. It has the stats. It's 82 feet tall, 3,022 feet long, reaches a top speed of 48 miles an hour, so it's going pretty fast. The ride picks up that speed right away, and you can feel that intensity and speed in the layout. So very strong, very intense ride, honestly, especially for a mine train and something that's supposed to be a family coaster. Doesn't really feel too rough to me, because a couple people have said that it's rough. No more than any other mine train, honestly. The location on this one is absolutely fantastic. It's just beautiful where this coaster is located at. It feels faster paced than most mine trains. It's probably because it's hauling. And it has a crazy helix into the tunnel and the slanted final drop. I really like. So overall, just a fantastic mine train with a gorgeous setting. And yeah, it feels pretty intense, and you feel that intensity. And I love that about Thunderation. It's a fantastic ride. My favorite mine train personally. So I just want to go ahead and thank you for watching this video. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of other travel and roller coaster themed videos and plenty more to come. And let me know what your favorite mine train is down below in the comments. Just be respectful, because we all have different opinions, and there's nothing wrong with that. Your opinion's not right or wrong, and mine's not right or wrong either. So again, coasters and places, and thank you so much.